Oh, have I told you how proud and amazed I am by my accordion students? I wanted to share it with you. In the March 2023 monthly challenge over on the Accordion Love forums, we did a thing where my students had to listen to a song and then figure out the root of the song, the key that the song is in, that main chord that brings the song together. I'll link to the video above. And when I did this challenge, I didn't know whether my students would be able to do it. And boy, was I surprised. Something else happened, which was a student of mine shared a nice story with me. And sometimes when a story is really nice, I share it with members of my family. Someone from my family replied, I'll read you the reply, said, "Oh, how amazing. So cool that you can teach someone to play by ear. I always thought it was just a natural gift, and either you have it or you don't." And what I've seen this month on the March Challenge is that playing by ear can definitely be taught. Playing by ear is not something you're born with. Playing by ear is not something that you either have or you don't. Playing by ear is something that is mostly scientific. There's mostly a formula that you can follow using your ear, matching what you hear to what you play, and that's the first step to figuring a song out by ear, or as we call it, playing by ear. It's not perfect pitch. It doesn't mean that I can hear something and say that's an E minor. There's a step-by-step process that we can follow. So some things that I saw my students do, and it was wonderful. Two kind of findings. The first one, again, is that there's a formula that you can follow fairly specifically and get the key of a song, which is the first step to learning to play that song by ear or figuring out a song by ear. No sheet music required. The second thing that I found was my students chose a variety of songs. They chose K-pop songs, Bulgarian folk song, classical music. And regardless of the genre of the song that was chosen, every one of those songs could be played by ear. Each one of those songs had a root. Each one of those songs was grounded in a musical key. Super. So those are the two findings. My students, A+. I replied to every entry. So where do you go from here? How do you take the findings from this challenge and apply it to your real life, to real life playing? There are kind of a few things you can do. One, keep doing these exercises. If you could look through the monthly challenge and look at my students, they not only figure out the key, they get it wrong a little bit, which is wonderful. If the song is an E minor, they're trying, is it a B minor? Is it an A minor? No, they ultimately land on the E minor. Wonderful. Keep doing that. Do the ear training exercises. I'll link in the description to free ear training exercises that really improves this skill of figuring out a song's key and figuring out a song's melody. Wonderful. Related to melody, where to go next? Understand that the song's chords, you figured out the first chord of the song. The remainder of the chords will dictate the song's melody. I have a unit on Accordion Love called Applied Chord Voicings in Practice. How do we figure out the melody based on a song's chords? By picking out the notes of the chords, that usually is the melody of the song. Some of my students started doing that in the monthly challenge. Keep doing that. And the third thing related to the chords of the song, this month's challenge was just about finding the root of the song. The song is in C major. What I saw some students do and what I encourage you to do is understand that there are 5 or 6 song forms, song patterns. Given that the song is in the key of C, the most likely next chords will be the 4 or the 5, the F or the G, then the D minor or the A minor. So given the chord of a song and knowing what the genre of the music is, we can determine what the next chords of the song are. And really that's what music is. Someone chose a klezmer song. In my mind, the song was in D major. It happened to be that. And the rest of the chords in that song were C minor, that step down, and a G minor. Good. Someone chose a blues. We know that that's a 1-4-5 or a 1-5-4. So understand those 3 things. Keep doing ear training, understand that there are song forms, and understand that within those song forms, within those chords, the melody is revealed. That's the finding from the March 2023 monthly challenge. Thank you to everyone who participated, all the Accordion Love students. And again, I couldn't be prouder. Every month I'm always amazed, and it always lifts me up to look at all the challenges. Head on over to accordionlove.com. There's a free 3-day trial. I hope to see you over there.